2025 WNBA Finals odds betting. Best bets, MVP pick for Mercury Aces WNBA Finals. We have made it to the WNBA Finals. As someone who has genuinely been a fan of this league for quite a few years, it is awesome to see the W take more of a national spotlight, garner more media attention, and deliver with an iconic postseason so far. Through 2 rounds of the WNBA playoffs, there was a maximum of 22 possible games played if every series went the distance. We got 20. The WNBA Finals features a matchup between the Phoenix Mercury and Las Vegas Aces. The Mercury punched their way here by taking out both of last year's Finals representatives, the defending champs in the New York Liberty and the number 1 seed Minnesota Lynx. The Aces struggled to start the season, but found their footing and ended the regular season on a 16-game win streak, culminating with their star player Aya Wilson winning both the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year awards. Wilson might truly be the greatest WNBA player of all time, making this as a special time to be watching. Betting is the reason I got into the WNBA years, and there are plenty of wagering opportunities in this matchup. Here are some angles I think are worth attacking. The Aces get the home court advantage to start the series. However, the Mercury played a 4-game series against the Lynx while the Aces went the full give against the Indiana Fever. The rest and prep advantage goes towards Phoenix. These edges are a bit mitigated because each team holds one of the advantages. At the conclusion of the Fever Aces overtime Game 5 thriller, the odds first dropped for Game 1 with the Aces as minus 3.5-point favorites and a total of 158.5. The first market move at BetMGM was towards the underdog and the over on the total. I think both of these make a lot of sense. These two teams play with pace. Most notably, they have multiple players who can bring the ball up the court. Off a rebound, the time it takes to cross half court and get into the offensive set is reduced because they do not waste time finding their outlet point guard. In the NBA, this was a key strategy the Indiana Pacers emphasized when playing so up-tempo, which led to a lot of overs being bet and subsequently cashing. Looking at the market now and seeing 160 start to show up, I think this is a sign to bet the over at 159.5 while you can. I would not be surprised to see this close 2 points higher, around 161.5. For the spread, I want the Mercury side. However, right now BetMGM is offering the best market price on the Aces. I would wait this out until tip-off if the plus 2.5 is the best price you can find, but would move on the plus 3.5 or plus 3 immediately. I also like the Mercury ML at plus 130 or better. The Mercury's physical play style combined with the way the officiating is letting things go bodes well for Phoenix. The Fever are also a very physical team, and that gave the Aces fits. Phoenix can match or increase that physicality and do so with more talent on the court. Game 1 bets. Over 159.5, Mercury plus 3 or better, Mercury ML plus 130 or better. The series, Aces, minus 125, versus Mercury, plus 105. In addition to liking the Mercury in Game 1, I like them to win the series as well. Phoenix has demonstrated it has the strongest home court advantage in the WNBA. If the Mercury can split the first 2 games in Vegas, then this market should flip to make the Mercury favorites once they control home court. I even like the sprinkle on Mercury to win the series 4-2, plus 425 at BetMGM. If Phoenix takes care of business at home, this is likely where this series lands. WNBA Finals MVP, Alyssa Thomas, plus 135. If we are backing the Mercury, the next step should be backing at to be the MVP for this series. She has completely controlled both ends of the court for Phoenix throughout these playoffs, being the engine of both their offense and defense. She also plays a staggeringly high 37 minutes per game in the playoffs, meaning she gets less than 1 minute of rest every quarter. Her ability to generate points, rebounds, and assists with such a condensed stat set means she will continue to be the focal point and garner the most attention on the Phoenix side. Check out all of Yahoo's sports betting content here in our new betting hub. The second best contender for MVP if Phoenix was to win the series would be Satu Sabali. However, she is averaging only 33 minutes per game, and notably looks gassed when she leaves the floor. While her performances have been pivotal in the Mercury reaching the finals, I do not expect a strong uptick in her minutes in this series. Thomas said in a recent interview she has never felt tired in a WNBA game, except for one time she played with a bad cold. Nate Tibbetts knows he needs to give Sada some breaks to keep her at peak performance, especially going up against Nalissa Smith and Aya Wilson, who will match her physicality. If you are looking to back the Aces, then I suggest putting all of your money on the series price simply on Aya Wilson to be MVP. There is little to no chance the Aces win without Wilson being the focal point and getting the award. The odds agree with this take, since Aya Wilson is the favorite to be the finals MVP, but Phoenix Big Three are the next three choices: Thomas, Sabally, and Kahlia Copper. The 10 cents you save on Aya Wilson at -115 is a better bet than Aces to win the title at -125. The WNBA has never felt bigger, louder, or more unpredictable than it does in October 2025. The new best-of-7 finals format has transformed the championship chase from a sprint into a marathon, a true test of endurance, tactics, and nerves. And at the heart of it stands a matchup that feels almost poetic. The Las Vegas Aces, dynastic queens of the last half-decade, squaring off against the Phoenix Mercury, a team that has clawed its way from reinvention into championship contention. The odds are posted. The betting slips are printed. Fans, analysts, and gamblers alike are circling names, scribbling margins, and trying to decode how this heavyweight clash will play out. The odds market, Vegas has the edge. But barely. When books opened the series line, the Aces were slotted as modest favorites. Las Vegas Aces, -135. Phoenix Mercury, +114. The number tells the story. Vegas gets respect for its pedigree, the rings, the chemistry, and the unstoppable presence of Aya Wilson. But Phoenix isn't a token underdog. They've survived every style of opponent this postseason, wearing down foes with defense, poise, and grit. Game 1 lines mirrored that razor-thin gap. Aces -3 on the spread, with a total hovering around 160. A slight lean toward the champs, but no runaway. In other words, the market expects drama. Correct Score Futures confirmed it. Bettors could find Aces in 7 at +390 and Mercury in 6 at +475, odds that scream long series. The sweep? Practically off the board. Even Vegas oddsmakers won't insult Phoenix like that. Styles make fights. Why this matchup is special. The Aces, Aya Wilson's kingdom. For Las Vegas, the formula begins and ends with Aya Wilson. Her dominance inside, footwork, rim protection, relentless rebounding, is the gravitational pull around which Becky Hammon's offense orbits. When Wilson establishes herself early, Vegas plays downhill. Guards Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young push tempo, and Chelsea Gray dictates pace with her signature poise. The Aces are at their best when they run, forcing defenses to make impossible choices. Collapse on Wilson or surrender open threes.